Hi, Masterminds. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Let's get into the charts. We've got quite a bit of macro stuff popping off as we speak, which has me feeling like you want to be looking at gold right now. And that is just from a macro perspective. If I wasn't even looking at the charts, I could just tell you probably want to be watching the gold chart with looming war in Iran. Now, it's not over the line yet, but it just keeps pointing that way. The amount of military hardware that continues to be moved there, it is beginning to dwarf the Gulf War. I think a third of all United States naval capacity is in the region, and about 40% of the US's aerial capacity, so Air Force, is in the region as well. So it's heading towards some kind of circuit breaker or war, which would likely be a targeted strike, but it would lead to a prolonged conflict if they cannot do another decapitation strike like in Venezuela. It's a very strange time we live in this world. Um, and also today we had the news that a senior cartel member, or the head of one of the most violent cartels in Mexico, was taken out with the help of US intelligence. And now that same cartel is on a rampage across a lot of the tourist sites in Mexico proper. So that puts into doubt the FIFA World Cup, and that's like a secondary consideration. But what this kind of means is Mexico's in a state of kind of civil conflict, and it's right on the United States border, which would suggest that the US might get involved there as well. More instability, global markets in a bit of turmoil. This just lends towards gold going higher on both counts. And Bitcoin so far has not been wanting to follow gold at all. So even though Bitcoin is compressing here, and there is the opportunity for it, and this is what I drew last week, just thinking, all right, what would be an idea here? How would Bitcoin look to move out of this area? And it would be from this very clear pennant, and it's adhering to it really well. It held these lows through here. This weekly candle that bounced back up here, we've got this consolidation. It's actually quite bullish. It hasn't been able to move back to the lows here, so that's a really great sign. There is a chance that this does break up and out, but we will not know until it does it. And if it does, this is kind of my hypothesis. It lands somewhere up here in that 73, 74 region. Ultimately, we want it somewhere into this region here above 74. But do not be surprised to come back down, tag that liquidity there, and just try and shake people out. Which is why, as always, we want to be waiting for these weekly closes through these key resistance levels. So weekly close through 74 is still my guidepost here for short-term reversal. On the flip side, that let's say everything happening in the world right now, no one wants to really buy Bitcoin with any significance, and it follows, let's say,